Hi everyone, it's Niamh here and welcome to my art journaling channel. Today we're going to be working in black and white, which is something I never do. And this was done for a Cybercrop that was done recently. Now I've started off with a image transfer in the middle of my page. This is done in the Dina Wakley 6x6 journal. If you haven't done an image transfer before, I do have some different ones on this channel, but this was done basically by using a image out of a magazine, putting some gel medium all over it and on the page as well, and then adhering the two together using a brush or something just to make sure that there's good contact between both, and then leaving the gel image to dry, the image paper, sorry, to dry. It's best if you leave it overnight. I didn't for this one, and you can see I'm struggling with it a little bit. To get the paper off, you just spritz it back with some water, or you can use a baby wipe to do that, and rub it away. Now, when I heated it up, you saw it go cloudy again, and that means I haven't rubbed enough paper pulp away. So you just put some more water on it and rub it away. I wasn't getting a great image transfer, but the center worked, so I wanted to protect that. So what I just did before I added that black was actually coat the image in the center with a little bit of gel medium, which means that if I get some of the paint, like I was doing here, on the image, I can wipe it away without wrecking the image underneath, and making sure that everything sort of stays the way I want it to. So that's something I learnt from Leanne Jago, who's an image transfer master, so check her Instagram out. I hadn't done that with my gel images before, to seal the bits that I wanted with some gel medium, and it makes all the difference. So the rest of this is me trying to work in black and white, which really was tough. I was also trying to channel my inner Lisa Oxley. Again, another very, very talented Australian artist who does amazing things with white space, and she sort of does this ghosting technique where she puts on black and wipes stuff away and gets these amazing results. I think probably one of the difficulties I was having with this page was I wasn't brave enough to actually use black. I'm actually using Payne's Grey because that's what I usually use in my black on a page. And I don't think there was enough contrast happening between that and the image transfer. So everything was kind of looking a little bit muddy and lost. I used this mask from Stencil Girl. It's a Seth Apter stencil and mask combined. So you can kind of get that beautiful reverse imaging happening. And I'm sort of trying to pop that out a little bit by using my black and white pens on it. So for this page, having the black and white pens on it really helped me control a little bit about what I wanted to pop out and what I wanted to recede into the background. I'm also using my Stabilo All pencil to add some extra line work around it and to give a little bit of a frame. Because the Stabilo All pencil is water activated, if you spritz it with water, you get this beautiful sort of bleed out effect, and it actually intensifies the black color, which I really love. So I've also got this stencil from Dusty Attic, which I think is located in Western Australia. You are braver than you believe. And this is why gel medium and working with acrylics is amazing, because if you don't stencil it out properly, you can wipe it away and then re-stencil it. So when I put on the paint, I had a mental blank of what I was using at the moment. I had a little bit too much paint on my stencil, so on my sponge, so it bled through underneath and I didn't get a great impression. So by wiping it off, making sure everything's really dry, that's the other tip too, because if it's not dry, where the area is wet, the paint is going to be runny and it's going to run under your stencil anyway. So just, you saw me hit it with a heat gun afterwards. It's really important you make sure it's dry. When I was doing this, I was losing more and more of my image transfer because it was me and I was just adding more stuff because everything I was doing wasn't quite working. And I started adding some washi tape. So the one in the middle with the arrows is from Dina Wakley. I think the one I'm adding at the moment is a Heidi Swap one, which is actually a true black. And once I saw the true black on the page, I thought, oh, you need to go back and make everything a little bit darker, because that was helping everything pop out from the background a little bit. The reason I used the arrows is because that was sort of pointing towards the middle section where the image transfer was the best, which I know on screen is a little bit hard to see. It looks just like a little mud puddle in the middle. It is actually supposed to be transfer of, it was a group of women from the 60s all sitting together. But yes, didn't quite come out the way I wanted it to, but that's the way things go. And the reason I included this video is because I think it's really important for you to see when things don't quite work as well, and also that challenges are really good. For those people who have followed my channel for a long while, you know that most of my art looks like a rainbow's thrown up on it. For me to work in black and white is a huge challenge, because all I wanted to do is just break out color and go nuts on this page, and having to be restrained was really tricky. So you can see me sort of reverting to all my usual tricks, doing some mark making, doing some dots across the page, trying everything to, I suppose I was really trying to lead my eye across the page and to that center bit. You'll notice I've put a circle around one of the females in the middle. She was the best image, she was the clearest one, so I figured that all the messages I had in this page, you've got this, you're braver than you believe, were all directed at her, because she was the only one you could really end up seeing in the end. I'm just going back in now with my food ball pen again to just add more black to the page, because I think that was the issue I was having. So now in the close-up you can actually sort of see there is actually a female there, I wasn't making it up. And having that extra black on the page, I think had more contrast on the page. The reason I was really struggling with it, having that grey on the page, I had everything in a mid-tone. I didn't have any contrast. So be aware when you're working with limited palettes that you still need to have contrast. You still need to have high contrast to make your images pop and to lead your eye across the page. So thank you so much for watching. I hope that was helpful to you. Until next time, bye for now.